My name is Thomas, though now it doesn't really matter anymore. I'm not trying to atone, and I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm writing this because I have to, because I know the counter will speak again soon. And when it speaks, someone dies, and I'm always there. It started 15 months ago. I was working in Chicago at a life insurance office. Ironic, isn't it? I hated every morning, swallowed coffee like medicine, counted the hours until evening, lived on autopilot. Until the accident. A slick road, an oncoming truck, a few seconds of weightlessness, and then nothing. Clinical death. 3 minutes without a heartbeat. 3 minutes that erased everything I had been before. I didn't see light at the end of the tunnel. No angels. Just a room. Empty. Silent. Washed in gray. I stood barefoot in the middle. The air was frozen. And on the far wall, something flickered. A number. Red. Pulsing like an old subway sign. 0000117. No explanations, no voices, just that number. I didn't understand, but I felt something inside me shift. Then they pulled me back. Doctors, shouting, defibrillator pads. I opened my eyes, thinking hours had passed. But the number remained. It stayed inside me. I saw it again the next morning, reflected faintly in the hospital window. The same red digits, not outside, but within me, burning behind my eyelids. And it had changed. 0000016. At first I thought I was losing my mind. Trauma, brain damage, hallucinations. The psychiatrist prescribed antidepressants, but the number stayed. Always there. Awake or asleep. In light or dark. Even on a blank page when I tried to draw. And then the deaths began. The first was a boy at the crosswalk. I was walking home with groceries when the truck hit him, just a few steps away from me. His mother's scream, his body on the asphalt, the wheels still spinning. My skin went cold. And that night, the number changed again. 0000015. Coincidence? That's what I told myself. Until I began to feel something else. I felt them, not as ghosts, not as apparitions, more like a weight. Every death near me left a trace inside, as if a nail were being driven into my chest. Not pain, emptiness, sharp as hunger. And then I began to see them, not faces, not forms, just a presence, dark stains in the air, pulsing whenever I passed by. And with every death, the number ticked down. I started avoiding crowds because I realized I wasn't killing them, but I was attracting death. It followed me, stayed with me, lived in me. So I left Chicago, rented a cheap, crumbling house in Maine. No neighbors, no noise, went out rarely, kept my hood up, avoided eye contact. I tried to ignore the shadows, but the shadows never ignored me. The number pulsed constantly now. Sometimes it would pause, like waiting, and then another death. 00008. 8 left. Only 8. and I had no idea what would happen when it hit 0. After each death, I kept something small. A bus ticket from a man who collapsed at the stop. A brooch from a woman who fell down a flight of stairs at the bank. A photo from a biker's wallet, seconds before his body slammed into a pole after meeting my gaze. I placed them in a wooden box. It felt like duty. They couldn't just vanish. If I was their vessel, I had to preserve something of them. Last night, I sat on the floor with the box by my feet. The number was 00001. The last one. I felt it approaching. The air thickened. Time slowed. Every nerve in me screaming, "Don't move, don't go outside." But I knew it was already on its way. I stepped onto the porch. Summer night. Silence so deep it felt unnatural. The moon hung like an empty eye. And then I saw her. At the end of the path. A girl. Young. White shirt. Walking as if half asleep. Her steps uncertain. Heavy. When she looked at me, the world stilled. She wasn't afraid. She simply stopped. And her lips moved.
But there were no words. And then the number went dark. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. I waited. A day, 2. Nothing happened. The world didn't end. I didn't die. I didn't rise again. But something had changed. The number hadn't vanished. It had only lost its color. No longer red, gray. And the next morning, when I opened my eyes, it read 000017. That's when I understood. It was a cycle. I wasn't the guide. They were. 17 souls moving through me. I wasn't bringing them, and I wasn't choosing when. I was just the vessel, the channel. And when the last one came, the cycle reset. But then it got worse. I began to feel their thoughts, not just traces, memories. In dreams, I saw faces that weren't mine, heard voices, felt fears, shame, regret. I woke up crying with tears that weren't mine. It was breaking me. I even sent anonymous letters to the police describing accidents that happened near me. But no one suspected me. How could they? Random deaths? No pattern? Just bad luck. But I knew the truth. When the next 0 came, I wouldn't be the same. I wouldn't survive another cycle. The 12th soul this time was a child. He ran into the street after a ball. I saw it happen, and instead of turning away, I stepped forward, just one step, just enough for the driver's eyes to flick toward me instead of the boy. They couldn't save him. And I hated myself because I knew then it wasn't coincidence anymore. I was part of it. The number changed again. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 5. I don't sleep. I don't eat. I'm unraveling. My dreams take me to cities I've never seen, wars I've never fought, languages I've never spoken. These aren't just souls, they're consciousness. They seep into me, and they stay. Yesterday, I looked into the mirror. And for a moment, I didn't recognize myself. The eyes staring back weren't mine. They were looking at me, not from me. And that's when I understood. This counter, it's not how many souls are waiting for me, it's how many I'm meant to hold. I'm not a guide, not a channel. I'm the reservoir, the vessel, the container for the ones who weren't accepted elsewhere. This isn't heaven, it isn't hell. It's the in-between, and I am its prisoner. When the counter reaches zero, they don't pass on, they awaken. Each cycle, they go deeper, darker, stronger. I don't remember who I was anymore. I'm overflowing. They speak through me now. This isn't my writing, it's theirs. And if you're reading this, you've already felt them, because they're no longer only inside me. They're everywhere. And the next counter isn't mine. It's yours.